Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Thank you. So it's definitely my great fortune to be here present amongst all of you and share the pastimes or glories about Guru Maharaj, and how lucky I have been from my childhood to be associated with him. So this is just I don't know if I'm even qualified to talk about him, but just doing whatever little I can. So I'd just like to start about introducing myself a little bit. So I was born in the year 1986, and my parents were in Africa when I was born. I was born in Chennai, and then just after that, they moved to Africa. And the first 3 years, they were, they were not in Iskcon. But from 1989, they were fortunate to get association in the Africa temple. I don't remember the name of the Maharaj during that time. But from the age of 3, I've been very fortunate to be in the Krishna consciousness movement and been brought up with Iskcon as a lifestyle. And we were in Africa for a good 3 to 4 years, after which I remember I will tell you from when I remember associating with Guru Maharaj. This was in the year 1991-92 is when we went to Muscat. So under the leadership of His Grace Vijay Venugopal Prabhu and Her Grace Padmini Mataji, Prema Padmini Mataji, we were mentored by them. And programs used to happen there every Friday. And they have 2 sons, Pradeep and Anant, and I used to be good friends with them. Guru Maharaj, because he was the temple president there, Guru Maharaj used to come very frequently. And I remember, sitting in the first row. All the kids were made to sit in the first row in front of Guru Maharaj, right under his nose. And he used to tell a lot of stories. And in the end, there used to be something like a quiz, just to see if we've been attentive. He used to ask us questions, and I used to be very enthusiastic to raise my hand and give all the answers, and also ask him a lot of questions. And that culture itself was very homely then. And Guru Maharaj also never made it feel like he's a sannyasi and he's a Guru Maharaj and we have to be very with awe and reverence. He wasn't like that. He was very friendly, and maybe and from 1992 all the way till I got married, the association, I'll share a lot of pastimes, but the idea is that we had so much of close proximity with him that after I got married, I really realized the value of that. Because until the time that I was in such close proximity, I didn't realize the value. But when I came to India after my marriage, it was very different. It was like I was in a big yatra, and seeing Guru Maharaj from a distance itself was a big blessing. So I was on the other side, and it was I realized how close and how fortunate I was. And a few things I'd like to, go down the memory lane when I was in Muscat. So there was this program once, and all the kids were there. They were about, the congregation itself was only about 50 or 70 people back then. And all of them had kids and all. And maybe there would have been about 15 kids or so. And Guru Maharaj there used to be these chanting sessions, long chanting, like for 1 hour, we will get to chant with Guru Maharaj. He'll chant very loudly, and all of us have to, join him in that congregation chanting. So that was a practice that used to happen frequently. And one day, all of a sudden, Guru Maharaj just stops and he says, I want help from all of you devotees sitting in the front. And we were all like, so excited, small 6-year-old, 5-year-old kids sitting in the front. And he said, are you willing to help? And we said, yes, Guru Maharaj, we are willing to help. So he gave each one of us a paper funnel. Okay. He rolled it into a funnel where we could keep it in somebody's ear to listen how they are chanting. So the activity that we had to do was, we had to go around the room and make people chant into that funnel and keep it in our ears. Keep the big side of it in our ear, and the small side of it, people have to chant inside. So they will chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we have to, like rate that, evaluate the chanting quality if it's good. So we were all scattered around the room. Guru Maharaj also used to have a funnel of his own, and he'll go randomly listen to people chanting. And if he's next to one of us, like when he was next to me, he said, "Okay, Vanita, how is the chanting of this devotee?" And I was only 5 years old, and I'll say, "I think he's slowing down now because I've come to hear, but he was chanting very fast." so, so Guru Maharaj says, "That's so. Let me hear you then." And he'll put his, funnel in the ear, and he'll make them chant. And it used to be, I can't even believe that this kind of association I've had with Guru Maharaj. And that was a nice activity. I'll never forget when I was just 5.5. He's made us do this. And so the point here is that we were made to chant and it was made fun. So I think Guru Maharaj already was for gamifying things, make it more interesting for kids and involving them, not just make it boring and the lecture things that kids fall asleep on. So that aspect of his very personalized. He used to make it interesting for every individual in the room, and I think that was a beautiful exercise. And besides that, another pastime that I remember of Guru Maharaj, I've made few notes here. So the other one is we used to go for picnics with Guru Maharaj, and there was a beach called the Kanta Beach in Muscat. It was very close to where Vijay Venugopal Prabhu used to stay. And we used to go for these long boat rides, very beautiful and scenic. And Guru Maharaj looking like that white elephant. He even though there are about 100 people from a very far distance, you can still see him because of his height and his body, kind. And after going for a long boat ride, all the men devotees used to go and swim in the beach with Guru Maharaj. And we used to be, witnessing. Kids also used to be in the water, but the Matajis were only in the shore, standing and watching the fun. And Guru Maharaj, one of his most, something that he could do really well was swimming. He used to swim like a shark. And all the kids there in the congregation used to wait for him to go right underwater, dive. And he used to go very long distance. For about 3 to 4 minutes, we'll not see Guru Maharaj. Nobody will see. And all of us have to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Guru Maharaj, where are you? Where are you? All of us will shout. And just when we do that, from a far distance, we'll only see his face out of the water. So that is how far he would have gone in a very short span of time. That's the speed he had in the water. And I'm sure that's why he was able to save a lot of devotees in the Ganges against the water current. And that used to be a lot of fun. We used to play ball in the water, and this thing of, and he'll say, this is the mood you should have when you're praying to Krishna. When you're chanting, you should search for Krishna. You should cry for him. You should really long for him. Then only he'll come. So he used to demonstrate, these things. These are things that as kids I was fortunate to experience, and that's the reason why a lot of these subconscious, imprints have happened, and I'm very, very grateful for them. So he used to tell us how we should pray and how we should cry for the Lord, for his attention. So that was another very beautiful pastime that we used to have with Guru Maharaj in Muscat many times. And when he distributes that prasadam from Mayapur, the small, the sweet, I don't know what it's called. It's like the small square sweets from Mayapur. So we used to be in the front, always waiting to get the sweet. And then he'll tell us, you also distribute some, and then he'll also distribute. And we used to really enjoy, get a lot of his pastime, get a lot of his association, and it used to be very seamless. And after the year 1997 types, my father and I and my mom moved to UAE, Middle East, United Arab Emirates, and we moved to Sharjah. And then my father became the Yatra leader of Shamadesh. It was called Shamadesh back then. And because again, he was the Yatra leader, we were very fortunate to host Guru Maharaj every year, many times, multiple times. He used to come home. And I want to talk about some of those pastimes that I've encountered with him back in those days. So I must have been in school, and when this used to happen, Guru Maharaj used to come at least for 2 or 3 days, and then the house will be full of devotees, and it used to be like a marriage every time Guru Maharaj comes. And Uh, I don't remember the middle part, but when I went to college, like high school, when I was in 8th, 9th, 10th grade, I used to go out for studying, tuition and all of that and come back very late by 10:30 in the night. And Guru Maharaj used to be awake. He used to wait for me to come back. And then he'll come and ask me, how was your day today? How was your, college? Did you have something to eat? And, you look very tired. I think you should take some rest. So these conversations to get with Guru Maharaj is priceless. It's coming from a very core, from the bottom of my heart. I just feel that if only there's one thing that I can ask Krishna for, it is to make Guru Maharaj like how he was before. If he could reverse his health and become like how he was, there's nothing more than that I can wish for, because those days it was so beautiful and he used to be so caring. That care, that demonstration of really being there for us as a spiritual father. I had a lot of my friends come home. There were Muslims and Christians, there were boys, and all of them used to be stunned just looking at him, just seeing his personality. They used to feel like he should be some Hollywood actor. He's a sannyasi, we can't believe. So, and Guru Maharaj used to notice that I've come with my friends and they have to get some special blessing. He will put that Jagannath stick on their head, or he'll put that Sudarshana ring on their head. One of these things, and it used to be so special back then. And another thing that I remember was whenever he comes home, he'll first go and open the freezer of our house to see if that particular ice cream that he likes is there. It's called the country's best yogurt, TCBY. That was Guru Maharaj's favorite brand. It was yogurt ice cream. And we used to make sure we buy a lot of it and keep before he comes. And many times we have gone with him to the TCBY place and had those ice creams. And I don't know, these are very personal pastimes. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to share all this, but if in any way it can, make you understand the mood of Guru Maharaj, I think that is the message I'm trying to convey here. And one very unforgettable pastime that we had was, we had about 200 plus devotees in our house one day, and the kirtans were very loud. And back in the day in Middle East, it was not allowed for us to practice Krishna consciousness so openly. We had to do it secretively in different houses, and we didn't have a center like how they have now in Damodardesh and all. So our kirtans were very loud, and Guru Maharaj was doing the wampers and all. And the watchman from our building came up. He rang the bell. He's a Muslim fellow. So he said, "Yahan pe kya ho raha hai? Itna shor macha rahe, kya ho raha hai idhar?" So they're not supposed to know it's in a religious group and it's Guru Maharaj's sannyasi. So immediately, my mother just said, "Oh, it is our father's birthday. It is our father's birthday." And all of us, "Happy birthday to you." We just completely changed the surrounding and scenario and started singing happy birthday for Guru Maharaj. And that watchman also looked around and he saw, okay, maybe it is some father, and it's all his children. And Muslims have big families, so they were not surprised about one father having so many kids. So he just said, okay. He also said, "Cake kidhar hai?" And luckily, every time when Guru Maharaj comes, we always have a cake to cut and celebrate. So we gave him a few pieces of cake. He was happy and he went. So these things, spontaneously, Guru Maharaj also participates in it, and it's been a very informal kind of environment. It was never that, he's a sannyasi. We had respect and we had to follow rules and principles, but at the same time, it was very homely and it was very personal, the relationship. So that was a very unforgettable incident. And besides that, yeah, so some of the few milestones that I had with Guru Maharaj was, I was very lucky to get his blessings directly before my marriage. My husband and I were in Mayapur, and that's when we were in a parikrama. Guru Maharaj was there and he blessed us. At least we were not together, asking for blessings, but I took blessings from him and my husband took blessings separately, but he blessed us for our marriage. And then before both our kids, especially my second child, when I was fully pregnant, Guru Maharaj was that time in a very critical situation where not many people could go and visit him. But still, in spite of that, we were very lucky to go and personally see him, get his blessings. And he said, "You will get a Suputra child." And those kind of blessings are priceless again for me. And besides that, of course, another pastime that I remember now from my childhood days was, I had participated in this competition called the Indian Idol. Indian Idol is a national show for singers across India to be, participating in, and they select one person as winner. So from Dubai, there were about 3,500 participants, out of which 2 people got selected to go to Bombay, and I was one among them. So when Guru Maharaj was at our house, I told Guru Maharaj that I got selected in this national television show called Indian Idol, Guru Maharaj, and I seek your blessings as I want to venture into this, singing, playback singing and all. And the only thing he said is that I bless you that you become successful. Only thing is you should use your influence. If you become a playback singer, you should use the influence to preach Krishna consciousness, get more people into the movement. And if you start making money, give 10% of your contribution towards Mayapur. So his instructions were very, very, precise. It was just something I can practice even now. So even now, if I have a singing opportunity, or if I have an opportunity, like for example, we had this community event just last year, and last year in October, we had about 700 business coaches from our community attend an event that we hosted. And Guru Maharaj came for that event. So that was another milestone that happened. And again, when he came, the audience there, they don't know anything about Krishna consciousness, nothing. But he addressed the audience in a way where even people who don't know about Krishna consciousness, they were completely moved, and they were so, the energy that they could feel of Guru Maharaj, because at least I have been with him all my life. So I don't know what is special, in his presence. But people who don't know him and who have not associated with him, they felt like a very special, spiritual, and a very strong vibration in his presence. And that has made an impact in their lives in some way or the other. And again, Guru Maharaj, just the only message he said was that we have to try to break the business that we are into is called the freedom business model. We help people, make money and have a life of freedom, both, so that freedom so beautifully he, converted into breaking out of this cycle of birth and death. So the real freedom is breaking out of the circle of birth, death, old age, and disease. That's what we have to. We are not the body, we are the spirit soul. These are the only 2 messages. And every participant who attended the event said that whether it's in Quran or it's in Bible, across all scriptures and religions, this is the message that all of us are told. So again, Guru Maharaj, he doesn't have to come to an event like this and address the audience with considering the health conditions he's going through, but again, the magnanimity and the mercy and the compassion, that quality of Guru Maharaj, which wherein he wants to, what is it? How can I word it? Wants to encourage his disciples and be there for them, be there for their most important events or important, like in I'm sure in Srivala Prabhu, Dubai president, his son's wedding, Guru Maharaj was there. So these things, Guru Maharaj ensures that he's there for his disciples. Like just like how a father is there for his children, Guru Maharaj is there for us. And so beautifully, after that, we went and met him in the room, and he's asking me, did I speak okay? So what answer to give him for this? So I just said, Guru Maharaj, the fact that you came, we're so lucky, we're so fortunate. So I think these qualities that again, that coming back to the message he gave me of go ahead and pursue what you want, but never forget Krishna. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. That is a very clear instruction that stuck to me, and it still continues to stick to me in whatever I do. So that's a big milestone that I had. And one more thing I would like, I hope it's not boring what I'm speaking here. Anyway, I'm not used to giving talks, but one more thing before I, close this, I would like to talk about how I got my initiation. That also was a very unforgettable incident where, although I've been in the movement for many years, there was a time in my life that I kind of became a rebel because there was too much of Krishna consciousness in my life, and I just felt I was, I just felt like I didn't want any more of it. And during those, just when I finished my 12th and then when I was going to college, I used to never attend any programs. I never wanted to chant. I just didn't want any devotees association. And I think it's a cycle that happens in most kids' lives who are born and raised completely in Krishna consciousness. And during that time, I stopped chanting, of course. And even then, in spite of that, every time that I met Guru Maharaj in Bangalore, when I was in programs, I used to feel in my mind, there was a lot of guilt that I stopped chanting and I'm not doing any service or I'm not anywhere in Iskcon, what to do? How will I see Guru Maharaj? But Guru Maharaj, considering the person that he is, he can see through us like an X-ray. And he'll just look at me and he'll ask, when are you going to be my spiritual daughter? So this he asked me not once, not twice, but 3 times. And then that guilt used to consume me so much that when COVID hit in 2020, I just felt that, okay, it's now or never. I don't know if I'm going to survive this COVID. And if I don't survive it, and if I don't have a guru, all the learnings I've had from my childhood, all the environment I've been blessed with from my childhood, all of that is going to go waste. Because without a guru, we cannot go back home, back to God. So even if you look at it as a selfish motive, I started chanting very seriously. Every day I used to chant. More than for me, I used to be worried for Guru Maharaj, considering his health and how many complications he was going through, that he should survive COVID, at least for him. I used to be, that fear kicked inside me so big that I just started chanting 16 rounds directly, from 0 to 16. 1.5 years of chanting. And 2021 August 31st is my birthday, and around August 11th or 12th, I have written the initiation exam. I just applied for it and I wrote the exam, and God's grace, I got good marks. But there was no call from anybody, like for an interview or anything like that. So I didn't know if I'm there in the list. And it was August 15th and 20th, and I was told that 27th and 28th is going to be initiation in Chennai, online for the devotees. And it's already 20th, I don't have any call, nothing. And I'm praying and I'm crying, and all those lessons I learned from my childhood of Guru Maharaj telling you have to cry for Krishna's mercy, you have to pray, you have to really long for him. So all that I put into my practice. I think that was what Krishna wanted. And all of a sudden on 25th, I get a call from Sumitra Prabhu. I get a message saying that, okay, you're going to be interviewed by Ranga Krishna Prabhu and his wife, and then you're going to proceed. Let us see what's up for you, but all the best. And then I get a call from Mataji, Sri Radhika Mataji. She interviews me. And still there is no promise that I'll get initiation. Interviews are over. I got interviewed from Mayapur also. But if you're there in the roster, if your name is there, you'll be told that this and this date is your initiation. Be ready for it. And that kind of. So I didn't get any message. It's already 29th. And I'm still waiting. What's going to happen? And all of a sudden on 30th, it's initiation day, and my name is in the roster, and I get initiated by Gurumaharaja online. And I feel it was truly magical, because actually my name was not supposed to be there in that list. Later on, I came to know that in the next cycle in September only, I was scheduled for it. But see, when you really want something and when you're in that mood of just begging for that chance, I think Krishna answers it. And Guru Maharaj knows it more than anybody else. In my case, I think that's what. And one day before my birthday, I got initiated, and I don't deserve it at all. I'm not telling this out of modesty, but for all that rebellion attitude I had, Guru Maharaj need not have considered me, considering so many other devotees having to wait for 13, 14 years in line to get initiated. Guru Maharaj is, I think, by far, so compassionate, so merciful. Even now, recently, we had the chance to take him in our new car to the temple. So we bought this car, Mercedes-Benz, this year in January. And when I bought this car, I told my husband, at least once in our life, we should take Guru Maharaj in this car. But we can only discuss amongst ourselves. We can't ask this, or we can't tell anybody about it, because we know how Guru Maharaj's health is. But again, in spite of not telling anybody this, and only me and my husband knowing about it, still we were given a chance to take Guru Maharaj. So I think this is a story which can prove that Guru Maharaj does hear us out. If we have a very sincere desire, he does listen to it, and it makes it happen. So these were few of the milestones that I had. These are few of the pastimes I remember. And I seek everybody, each one of your blessings, to be able to be a part of serving Guru Maharaj in whatever little way I can, and getting his association more in future. And I hope I've done some justice in, spending your valuable time. So I think that's about it, Prabhu. Yes.
Oh,
That's
that was
all I
very
remember.
sweet,
Yeah.
Mataji. You were relishing it. I was thinking it will keep going and on and on, and suddenly, And initially, when I saw your introduction, I was just wondering, like, you got connected to Krishna consciousness in '89, and
Yeah.
then why you took a decision recently. So, thank you for explaining that.
Yes.
And because we still have time, would you like to
Yeah.
share your experience? When you were recording maybe this Yadi Prabhupada Na Hoy To.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
a
Sure. Yeah.
very amazing song.
Yeah. So basically, that song Guru Maharaj wrote it, and he's always told me that I need to use my talent in making, creating more songs, Vaishnava songs. And so the thing is, my husband and I we had recorded an album back in 2009. It was called The Illuminates. It has Damodar Ashtakam and Jagannath Ashtakam. It has about 8 good songs. And Guru Maharaj has heard those songs. And when Guru Maharaj had written a song by himself on Prabhupada, my husband and I, we just thought, okay, let's do something to offer this back. See, we didn't do anything. We just prayed to Guru Maharaj and we tried to put our attempt in putting that song together. It took us about 3 days to get that rough, the skeleton of the song, the tune and the beats and all. And in about a week's time, we finished creating that song. And both of us were very nervous. Especially, one thing I should tell here is my father has been in Calcutta for more than 25 years. So he speaks Bengali like a local, Bengali person. And when I sang this tune and showed, he said there are a lot of problems in the pronunciation. I'll correct you. And the entire song, he word by word sat with me and corrected my pronunciation. Excuse me. I'll just have a sip of water. So even though I don't know Bengali at all, because my father knew it, I was fortunate enough to get the diction right. And so my father worked with me on that. Then I re-recorded it. And then my husband and I, we played it to our parents and they said it was good. But again, to send it to Guru Maharaj, it was a little, we were very nervous. But least that we expected was it went to Guru Maharaj and he was very happy with that and he blessed us. And he said, you should do more such recordings. I even have a mail from Guru Maharaj telling me that I should record more Vaishnava songs. And I seek your blessings to be able to do that. With all the busyness that my husband is in, it's very difficult to get his time to sit and record. But we've set a goal that every year, at least 1 or 2 songs for the pleasure of Guru Maharaj, we should be able to record. So, Yadi Prabhupada Na Hoy To was pure magic and it was not from us. It was completely channeled by Guru Maharaj and Krishna. Yeah. We were just instruments and we are happy to be that.
Yeah, thank you for recording that. Otherwise, I don't know, like I would have able to hear that song written by Guru. So Guru Maharaj has written some other song as well, or it's
Yeah,
just...
he has written a couple of more songs. Yeah, he has. We yet to work on that.
Okay. So maybe once you both record, we'll get to know what was of Guru
Yes,
Maharaj has
so
written more.
seeking, praying to all of you for that mercy.
Any more pastimes you would like to share, Mataji? Was there anything?
Any more pastimes? Let me see if I've made a note of anything. I think it's just that I don't remember. I think I spoke too fast. That's why it got over. But
Okay,
it's
maybe
just
then,
been, yeah.
yeah, maybe then you can share like which particular part of the song you like the most, or inspired you the most, hit you the most. Anything particular in that song?
In that song, yeah. I mean, if Prabhupada is not there, then where are we? That whole mood. I think the mood of that song that Guru Maharaj has written it in, we have to aspire, at least I have to aspire to have at least 1% of that. The way that Guru Maharaj still has, in his mind, all the instructions Prabhupada has given him and how he is trying to complete, not trying, he's doing everything to fulfill every single instruction of his Guru Maharaj. If I can get that mood or that, desire, I think that's the mood of his, what he is, how he has written that song is what really moves me a lot. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Mitravinda Mataji, you have something to say?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you so much. And Mataji, thank you so much. Lots of humble obeisances to you. Very beautiful class on pastimes with Guru Maharaj. And I want to share, how your, initiation pastime with Guru Maharaj gave me so
Yes.
much hope today, because like you said, that kids who have been born and brought up in Krishna consciousness, at certain point they
Yes.
get rebel.
Yes.
And I'm going through same right now. Like my daughter, also same age, like you said, 12th 11th 12th grade, they are also
Daughter.
going through some thoughts in their mind, some questions, and being influenced by what's happening around them in the world.
True.
It's definitely a turning point. And Guru Maharaj, they used to chant, they still chant, but they are not like how they used to be earlier. So I can see some shifts and changes in their behavior, and
Yes.
for their you know attitude about Krishna consciousness. And
True.
Guru Maharaj very mercifully gave my both daughters aspiring one time on
Wow.
Zoom. And now I always used to think, what will Guru Maharaj think about us, what will happen to them. But one thing is for sure, that whoever has been blessed by Guru Maharaj,
Yes.
they will always be saved. And when you spoke about your
Absolutely.
experience, it is giving me so much hope.
Don't worry, Mataji. You just have to let your children be how they are, because there is a cycle that happens. When you're fed too much of something, even if it's sweet also, you get a little saturated. So mentally, with your association with other children, and you just start feeling, kya yaar, Iskcon bus ho gaya. I want to just be doing whatever I want. Even though, see, during those days, I still followed the 4 regular principles. I never ate onion, garlic. All that was there. That was, the foundation was good. But just the fact that, devotees are always at home, I don't want to go to the program, I want to go do something else. So that attitude is very natural. So just allow them, and they will. Guru Maharaj is there. He will always be there, and he knows, he knows how to protect. I think I felt that. Now, if I see hindsight, he has really been holding my hand. Letting, how like when a cow is tied to a pole, that calf is tied to a pole, it can go around and around, but it's still tied to the pole. No, it feels it's free, but it's not free. So that is how Guru Maharaj is. He's tied us and still given us freedom.
Yes.
I look at it like that.
Yes, Mataji. So thank you so much for sharing your personal experiences and inspiring. That's why this call is very, sweet and dear to all of us, because it inspires us and gives us hope that despite of all the problems that we face, we are still hopeful, with everybody's association. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
And
Mataji.
Illuminize is my favorite album. I have been listening to it from the time I came in Krishna Consciousness 2013. Now also 5 minutes back in my car, I was listening. Please tell Prabhuji we are very grateful for such a beautiful album.
Sure, I will tell. Sure. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your kind words.
Hare Krishna, Vandita.
Hare Krishna.
Do you recognize me or you don't recognize me?
I do. Oh my God. Chitramani Mataji, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yes, good.
Reconnecting
So
after
nice.
many years.
Yes.
Nice
Yeah,
to see you
Mataji knows my childhood. She's been one of my mentors also from my childhood children class.
So nice to see you grown from a little girl to a young woman to a mother of kids. And nice to see you that you're initiated. I'm really that you're under Guru Maharaj's shelter and mercy.
Yeah,
So
thank you so much.
and Saubhagyamati Mataji's prayers, and as everything has turned out very well, and you are back into Krishna consciousness. Nice to see that.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Our blessings, Kanna, to you.
Thank you, Mataji. I remember going to this Mataji's house only to eat what she makes. Such wonderful prasadam Mataji used to make, that I think that was prasadam was another reason why I used to even go for programs, if at all there is a reason.
Hare Krishna. Nice to know that, Vandita. Okay, God bless
Hare
you.
Krishna. How is Siddharth and Prabhu doing?
All well, all well. Prabhu's here.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. How are you?
Thank
You still look the same. My God, you haven't changed.
Listening to Throwback Thursdays every week. Just trying up.
Yeah, I should get your
Hare
number and we
Krishna.
should talk. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
I have your dad's number, so I can get in touch with you.
Super, please. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take care. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
For sharing wonderful pastimes. You took us back to Shamadesh.
I know.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, like when you were telling that Mataji is very famous for cooking. Even the
Yeah.
lady who shared Mataji's number with me, like Mataji has already come for Throwback Thursday. So the
Oh,
inspection started with this only. Like she's very good at cooking and
yes.
so many dishes.
Innovative in making
Yeah.
simple dishes very palatable and tasty. And, kids used to get very attracted with whatever she used to make. So lovely. Yeah.
Any devotee has any question for Mataji? Anything you want to ask, Mataji? Okay, meanwhile, someone has it. I have one question, Mataji. Just
Yes.
curious because you have grown up from a child. So I have also one niece. He is no, sorry, nephew. So
Hmm.
he's 3 years old. So like he's he's already little bit inclined to Krishna consciousness. So like what things we should take care when raising a kid so that they take to Krishna consciousness, and it should not happen like they feel it that they are being thrown into Krishna consciousness. What all things we should be careful, because you have
How
gone through.
old is your nephew?
He's 3 years old, and
3. Oh, that's too young. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I see in my children, I have a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old, both are sons. And I don't think, even for me, for that matter, from the day I got married till the day I got initiated, not once my husband told me, take the beads and chant. Why are you not fasting for Ekadasi? Because I think one of the conditions I told him before marriage is, I'm never going to get initiated. And if you're looking for a partner who wants to get initiated, I'm not the right fit. Please, you can close this meeting now. So that was one of the, firm conditions I put. But I'm so glad that Guru Maharaj did that, whatever shift in my mind that had to happen to get hold of his feet now at the right time. So I think that freedom and allowing the kids to take to it by seeing us is more. It's working well for us, at least. Like Rishabh sees us chant every day, and he asks me questions. My older son, what do you get by chanting? You're doing this every day, and you don't get bored of it. I said, no, I don't get bored of it. It's very nice. You try it, no? Then he says, okay, I'll try. One day he chanted one round. Then he said, yeah, it's very nice. I feel like I'm talking to Krishna. I said, yeah, that's how I feel. So just do it. If you feel like doing, do it. So that when they see what we are doing, and naturally it becomes a part of their subconscious first. And then for it to manifest into reality, we have to give it time. As compared to telling, chant, 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 you're not chanting. That becomes at least for me in my time, maybe it worked. But these days, if you tell them, the kids have very answers that parents can't hear with their ears. So I prefer keeping quiet, doing it as a practice from our end, inspiring them through action. I think that should work. And stories really work. So I listened to this thing called the bedtime stories by Sham Gopika Mataji from Mayapur. So I'm in that group. She says stories in Tamil, very sweet, only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, beautiful stories. So I listen to that and I tell my children. So that stories, if they keep listening to every day, that also helps. Somewhere they have to keep getting something to connect to Krishna, some anchor. So stories, I think, is the easiest way to make Krishna consciousness more tasty for them. So I think these two things are working for us.
okay.
Yeah.
You should give them freedom. You should not force them. But
Force is not the thing at all. Yeah, definitely.
Stories.
Force becomes very difficult.
Yeah,
I think force is reason why it took me 20 plus years to get initiated. So force doesn't work. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Mataji, is there a way we can also get connected to the Mataji's stories?
Yeah, I don't know how I can do that. I can probably send the link to Akshay Gaur Sundar Prabhu. I'll get his number. I have that. What is that Mataji's name?
Guru
In the
Seva.
JSS. Yeah, I'll send her the link and then she can forward it to you all.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah.
Are these stories in English as well? Or
They are only in Tamil. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I wish somebody can translate it in English. So, but very beautiful stories. Every day, night, we listen to it only and sleep. So it's beautiful.
Nice. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
My name is Arunapati Gauradas.
Okay.
If you don't mind, we wish to hear your voice. One stand up with Guru Maharaj song.
Gurumaharaja song. Okay, I'll just take out the lyrics 1 second.
Thank you.
Sure, Prabhu. Okay. यदि प्रभुपाद न होइतो तबे की होइतो ए जीवन बाहित किसे यदि प्रभुपाद न होइतो तबे की होइतो ए जीवन बाहित किसे निताय गोरेरा अपार करुणा खेदित सकल देशे निताय गोरेरा अपार करुणा खेदित सकल देशे यदि प्रभुपाद न होइतो तबे की होइतो ए जीवन बाहित किसे पश्चाते राजत पापी दुराचारी शून्यवादी मायावादी तदेरा उधारा करिबारे माना हेन कंदया निधि तदेरा उधारा करिबारे माना हेन कंदया निधि यदि प्रभुपाद न होइतो तबे की होइतो ए जीवन बाहित किसे Thank you.
Vibhul, thank you, Mataji. Dandat Pranam. Hari Hari.
Thank
Hari
you.
Hari Bol.
Very good.
Hari
Very good.
Bol.
Thank
So
you.
thank you, Prabhuji, for asking. I was also, thinking to ask, but I'm a little junior, so I was. Thank you for asking. Very good.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Anand Vihari Krishnadas Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Please accept my sincere obeisances on your lotus feet,
Oh,
Mataji.
yo, please accept my
Thank
humble
you for your-
obeisances, Prabhu.
Thank you for a wonderful class, very practical class, very sure. All what I could feel it. I don't know. The way you said that, yes, the way you got your initiation, it was not exactly the same for me, but it was quite similar to me, and that was also in 2020.
Oh,
So-
lovely.
And that was online, so that was means I was somewhere and somehow I got connected to Guru Maharaj, which I had the desire. So what you said, that Guru Maharaj is like an X-ray, he
Yes.
knows. So that was one, and very practical thing you said. The way the cows are tied up, they think they are free, but they are tied up. So Guru Maharaj he knows
Yeah.
everything, how much freedom he would give us, but
Yes.
he's always kept that string in his hand,
Yeah.
and he's saying that we do not go out of the way.
Astray. Yes.
And that's the
Boundary.
mercy of Guru Maharaj. That
Definitely,
really
Prabhu.
mercy of Guru Maharaj, that
Yes.
he's carrying so many 85,000 or 90,000 Diksha,
True.
and plus more. So many strings he's handling and he's controlling. That
Yes.
was really, that gives confidence for us also.
Yes,
And very
Prabhu.
practical, Mataji. I also want my son to be into Krishna consciousness, but the age is a very different age. He is just 22. So,
Yeah.
but I remember, I'll just share that I also believe in the same thing. Don't force. So I
Yes.
never force him. You just do it, let him see it.
Yes.
And if he has that karma of his previous life, he will get into it. And he must,
Definitely.
I always say that I assume that he has that. And that is why the Lord has given us the connection. Maybe
Correct.
as a father or son or whatever,
True.
brother, sister, whatever.
Yes.
So I remember that whenever I give, one of my hobbies, because Guru Maharaj always say, give distribute Bhagavad Gita. So I keep on distributing Bhagavad Gita.
Wow.
I don't see the whole year round. I do it 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So I keep some target and whole year I give this. This is a gift which I give to everybody.
Wow.
And I remember he told me once, and sometime even I give the bead bags and all. So I remember after 12th, my son one day told me, Papa, you have never given me a bead bag and Bhagavad Gita. Well, it is there. Do you want it? He said yes. So I was waiting for you to ask for it. And just after his 12th, and he went and took one Bhagavad Gita, and then he carried one. He said, I want one bead bag and with a bead. So he takes that. He's doing law. So whenever he is in his hostel, he always take that Bhagavad Gita is always in his laptop, right? Whether he reads it or not. I said, you keep it. If you don't read, also keep it. And he doesn't do chanting regularly, Mataji, but I don't force him also.
Correct.
But he was sharing me that during my hostel life, Papa, on Janmashtami, I went to Bhubaneswar Iskcon. So I said, who else had gone with you? He said, nobody. I went alone because all my friends, if my friends goes, they will force me, Chaldo, jaldi karo, let's go back.
Correct.
But I wanted to do some chanting there. So I took my bead bag and sat alone in the temple and I was doing chanting. So the story is what you shared of your children. So that gives me confidence that yes, they will also come on that track.
Yes, Prabhu. It's not that my children are grown up and initiated, but I'm just holding on to the feet of Gurumaharaja and Krishna that whenever it is right time for them and when they feel they're inclined to do it, and when they feel they can stick to the commitment they make to Gurumaharaja, let them get initiated. Not otherwise.
I also pray to Gurumaharaja that Gurumaharaja, please make some arrangement that he also comes in under your lotus feet and he gets a place. But let's see what is written in his fate. But that's only. But in fact, we are 3 of us from our family who are disciple of Gurumaharaja. My youngest sister, myself, and my Bhanja is there. So we are 3 of us.
Super, Prabhu. Very, very inspiring story. Thank you for sharing.
Now your stories are very, that's why I felt that I could link those stories to myself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
It.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, I think any other devotee wants to ask Mataji? Else we can close.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी, थैंक यू सो मच। आपने अपने चाइल्डहुड से लेके अभी तक का जितनी अच्छी तरह से बताया, बहुत ही नाइस वे में, बहुत ही इम्प्रेसिव था, बहुत ही अच्छा लगा सुन के। बहुत गुरु महाराज बच्चों के साथ कैसे, यंग लोगों के साथ कैसे, ओल्ड लोगों के साथ कैसे, मतलब कैसे न कैसे उनके मन में ये रह जाता है कि ये भी किसी न किसी दिन जो है भगवान की तरफ आकर्षित होंगे और उनसे कनेक्ट होंगे। बच्चों के मन में भी ये भावना आ जाती है देख देख की तरह। तो आपने बहुत अच्छी तरह से सब कुछ बताया, बहुत अच्छा।
थैंक यू माता जी,
थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू।
So I think in here. So on behalf of Iskcon Seshadripuram CASSS, we would like to thank Mataji for giving her precious time and association to all of us. Because most of us are got connected to Krishna consciousness very late, and we couldn't get the type of personal association that very senior devotees and like Mataji has received. So it's just hearing from you all that we could relate. Okay, how how our Guru Maharaj is.
Yes.
Not just about philosophy, but how he is personally
magnanimous. Yes.
Yeah.
Big-hearted. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
To you. So we would like to thank Mataji by one time chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
We are waiting for more songs, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu, please pray. I'm also praying we should get the opportunity. Definitely, Prabhu will do.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hare Krishna.